All right, welcome back to the MTG Rebellion. I'm Darth Rictus with the Dark Stream, and we are ready to do a little bit more drafting here with 4-star. I think this is our 5th draft, is that right?
I think so, yep. Rocking, ready to go.
Let's crack some packs. God, that
Let's
filled
do that.
fast. Hell yeah.
Yeah. On a rainy day, people want to draft. That's
Right?
good for us.
Yeah, this is true. Will we get the last 3 in time, though? That's always the question with these.
Yeah. One-time dealer. Let's make it a little easier this time. Let's open a rare that's playable.
For the first time in the history of this draft series.
That'd be pretty good. Yeah.
It's been a rough bit of luck on that front. All right,
Well, viewers are like, man, this is easy. We open good rares. What's wrong with you guys?
Come on, last person. I believe in you. You can do it. Don't bounce us out of the draft queue. Oh, God.
5 seconds?
There's always one.
Yeah, there is always one.
2 seconds.
We made it. Not really so much.
Let's flip over to this view real quick. Definitely not the best.
No, Ristic Study Commander All-Star. I've played into it in draft once and gotten wrecked. I thought I could overwhelm it. I was wrong. But no, in this pack, the rare, again, is not really a playable one. Uncommon run. The only real one to look here is the Ash Party Crasher. A staple in the Boros aggressive decks. Nothing else in the pack really wows me. And I think if we can stay aggressive in this format, you can still do pretty well. So probably windmill slamming that one and just going down that road.
Hopefully we'll grab the Pie Wielder on the way back, but I'm doubting it'll be there.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, do we have anything we think we're going to actually table in this?
Possibly a Spear Guard. People have been lower on that than they have in the past. We're really, outside of us and Rats, we're the only 2 decks that really want it. So, the blue-red decks don't really play a card like that. So, maybe the Spear Guard.
Gotcha.
Okay, here a premier removal spell in the Stone Splitter Bolt. Not really in the market for a 5-drop, even though the Griffin can close games if it does not die. The Grand Ball Guest is actually my preferred 2-drop in this format outside of the Ash Party Crasher. I'm very, very down on X1s in this format with so many people main decking things like Rat Out or other pingable effects. I just don't like to have the mice or things like that in my deck. So hopefully we can wheel the 2/2, but the Bolt is 100% the pick. The High Fae Negotiator is basically a flying siege rhino, but that would get us completely out of Boros and into another color. So let's stay true to this and see how the Boros deck pans out. Stone Splitter Bolt.
It's also giving a really nice indicator to our person on the left that they can go into Fae, and we'll let them.
Yep. Correct, and it'll probably be a black non-red deck because we're going to take the majority of the red cards, so that's also good for us.
Fair. All
right. Nothing else to really look at here. This is going to solidify the player to our left in black 100%. Glass Casket here, not much thinking about this one. The Kellen's Light Blades in an aggressive deck, I'm not really the biggest fan of. It's not proactive enough. You can't clear a blocker when you're trying to get small guys through. You basically have to time walk yourself to kill one of their blockers once they blocked, and very few of your threats have trample, so not really the biggest fan. That's more of a controlling card. So Glass Casket, not close.
And Glass Casket gives us another trigger on that celebration, does it not?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Another permanent. Again, like I said, I'm not really the biggest fan of X1s in this format, and the House Mouse isn't really my favorite. Cooped Up is the premier removal spell you want in a Boros deck. It just clears everything, whether it's a 1/1, a 6/6, whatever. And then you can always remove it later for value. But this is one of the best on curve. You play a gigantic thing that stops me attacking, I'll nullify it and keep on attacking you. None of the creatures here really do much. I have gotten a lot higher on Red Cap Thief because it does trigger celebration by itself, the body and the treasure that comes with it. The Bespotted Knights, you can get a million things like that do stuff, but more often than not, you want the young hero rolls in your smaller deck, not the royal one. War doesn't really do much, so probably just taking the Thief here. Crabby Giant is, or Grabby rather, is a playable card, but not the Premier 4 I want, so I'd rather take something that ensures our celebration. Okay, yep. And here I'm looking at the pie wielder again. I'm going to be on this boat until I get capsized with it, but I do not like X1s unless they are a one drop like a Ginger Brute or maybe the Spear Guard. So yep, taking the 2/3 guy that we randomly can put a roll on and go to town. This pack, the Toonvale Guide is playable, but it is harder to trigger celebration more than once after turn 4. So I'm probably just taking the Merry Bards, another way to trigger celebration on itself, and you can throw the young hero roll onto something and maybe make combat weird for your opponent.
Makes sense.
Yep. Edgewall pack, welcome to the team. This is a 4 that I'm perfectly fine playing. Again, the theme in this deck, if you guys haven't already followed, is celebration, triggering 2 permanents a turn. So anything that does that is ideal. Witch's Mark, there is consideration for it, but nothing I'm really too excited about. Spear Guard, again, looks like we're the only one who's in the market for this, so that's fine. Welcome to the team. Just doing a real quick check here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures that would trigger the raid bombardment, but don't think I necessarily want to go down that road right now. So Skewer Slinger is a playable too. It's going to be one of the first ones that I'm going to replace in the format, but it's still playable.
Fair.
Take a Kindled Heroism. I'm not above playing this. I've played it once or twice, but it's a corner case where it actually wins combat. You want this in more of a red-green bigger deck where your 6/6s need to not trade with their 6/6s, so you can first strike yours up, but most of the time first striking your small guys doesn't really have much effect. And the wizard up top is hanging on to all the packs here.
Well, we got a little bit of time to kill here. Let's take a look at this. Not bad for pack 1, frankly.
It really isn't. 1 or 2 cards that could have been a little bit more playable for the archetype would just make it better, but we have 7, 8 playable cards that I'm very happy to have in the deck, and cards that are easily replaceable that we should be able to impact 2 or 3. Stop somebody from doing that deck. I hate the Griffin area deck, especially playing Boros, because their offense is built around not dying, and they just keep stacking foods indefinitely, and you just can't kill them fast enough. So, all right.
No rares.
Yes, we have a rare. It's called Imadane's Recruiter.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. This is probably a top 5 card in the set, if not top 4. This card does everything we want. As many of these as we can get in this pack, and yep, that is ideal for being in Boros. It does everything. Makes guys, and as we saw in the past video, even in a very bad deck, it can still win games by itself.
So what are we hoping to table in this pack, frankly?
So in this one, the Threaten, the Fealty is fine. The Princess takes flight, will not come back. The Celebrant, it's possible if no one else is really in a deck with any synergies in it. A Merry Bards is almost always assured to come back. And I'm not above playing Flick a Coin. I'm a lot higher on that card than I was before. Even in the middle of the game, being able to make a treasure at instant speed to perhaps trigger Celebration out of nowhere. So, okay, this is the age-old question. Do you want to play a Wrath in an aggressive deck? I typically do not. However, this one is a little bit different than a lot of the other Wraths because you can pick the number. So let's say that you have a board of 2 and 3 power guys and they start flooding the board with 4s and 6/6s. You can just kill the bigger critters and be able to leave all your guys intact. So probably I'm probably going to take Expel here. Not a fan of the Veteran. it's a card I will play, but I'm not happy about it. I've just never been impressed being able to play it to make a roll out of it. So yep, we'll take the rare and perhaps wheel a flick a coin or a return, or even the Archon's Glory would be ideal. But yeah, Expel will, if we don't kill them quickly, we can still win the long game. Frenzy is exactly where my mind went. Dawn of Hope, no. Dawn of Hope, I really haven't ever seen it do well in any deck, to be honest with you. Even a slower control deck, there's just better cards to keep ahead. Witchstalker Frenzy is effectively in a deck like this, 1 mana instant speed, deal 5.
Man, nobody was in Rats.
Attacking. No one's in Rats yet. Nope. Which is weird because the guy on our left who's passing to us is obviously not black-red, which is what we were going for pack 1, trying to keep him out of that. Until we find a better removal spell, I think I'll take Stroke of Midnight, a Beast Within knockoff, but the beauty of this one is it only gives them a 1/1 generic white human instead of a 3/3. So again, swapping their bigger guy that can block and kill our guys for a 1/1 that'll trade at best is where you want to be.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Knightly Valor is fine. It is a little expensive for what we're doing in the deck, but because we already have a 5 in here as well with a Wrath, we could gamble for a slower deck. But Ginger Brute is probably where I'm looking in this play, just to try and stay as aggressive as we can, especially with the Recruiter draws, and have the Expel the Interlopers as a backup plan in case that fails.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah. Here, Premier Bear, it's not really that great in our deck. Crabby Giant is also playable. Probably none of these are going to get played very much, but I might just take the Red Cap Thief. Again,
Celebration.
It's Celebration, but again, I don't really want to play 2 of these. But this pack was not very good for us.
See if we can do better here.
This pack is also not really a lot of graveyard synergies in here. We could take Unassuming Sage. Again, he triggers Celebration right on theme, and he's perfectly fine playing him as just a generic bear if you need it for the curve out. Now, I think I will take a Crabby Giant. Discerning Financier is a little bit slow for this. It is a way to keep cards coming. But a 2/3 for 3 that doesn't trigger Celebration the turn it comes in is not really what I'm in the market for. It is a very good card in the black-white decks because you sit there and just grind and reanimate and raise dead things over and over again. Twisted Fealty, probably just going to take a threaten here. It is a threaten, and you also do get a wicked roll out of it as well. So you steal their biggest guy and pump up your smallest guy, and you can usually do some damage with that as well. If they tap out for a Hamlet Glutton and try and survive. Moment of Valor 1 is probably what I'm taking here. Because we are a little light on other removal spells, this can also clear a big blocker out of the way. We don't have a lot of things to sack to the Glory, so if we had a Princess Takes Flight, the Glory is an ideal way to bargain it off before it goes away. But that's where we're at right there.
Anything you want to cut already, looking at where we're at?
Yep. Another spear guard is probably where I'm at. Right now, Kindled Heroism is firmly on the chopping block with the axe right over its head. I do not want that card in my deck. And there's a few bears in the deck, like the Skewer Slinger and things that I'm not really wanting to play. But it's going to determine what the Garb might actually make the cut depending on how our critter count works, but hello, Ashiok. We could not be further away from you, and guess who on our left is playing black? So they need to buy us a dinner for this one. Yeah. It's not splashable as good as it is. We are so far away from being able to play it. We're just gonna have to take a rat catcher trainee and cry. This uncommon run is insane. All 5 of these cards are premier first picks in this format. And Ashiok, it is beatable. I've beaten that rare way more than a lot of the other ones, but if you don't kill it within the first 2 turns, you're not going to kill it. And it runs away with the game, making a stream of 2/2, 3/3s, 4/4s over and over again. So, yep.
This hurts my soul. There's so many cards I want in there.
It hurts a little bit, but yep. And then this pack is garbage. Absolute garbage. I think we just take the Frostbridge card here for a bear, but wow, that pack is terrible. And another Threadbind Click. Threadbind Click, and I know folks are gonna be looking at it, well, hey, you can play the white half of it, but we're an aggressive deck. We're not going to be trying to kill tapped creatures. We need to kill untapped creatures and keep turning our guys sideways. So take a bad bear and cry.
God. Yep. Crying a little.
It sucks. Come on, deck. Throw us a bone. Throw us a cut in, or a really bad player who passed us a third pick recruiter.
All right.
They did not. All right, cut in. Fine. Done. Yep. In a paper draft, you might be windmill slamming the beseech the mirror and taking your $40 and going home, but there is no real money economy on this, so we'll take the good card for our deck and move on.
Fair. Cut it is.
Yes. Cooped up. Hey, great. Removal spells. Now we can cut a bad one and play this instead. We'll take a quick check on our critter count. I think we're 16, 17?
15.
15, okay. So
we got some time, though.
We do have some time, and now we can fill in with generic bears, but this will take care of the better. Yes! Another premier removal spell, Grasp of Fate, and we're about the only deck that is going to be in the market for this. It's a lot of trackers running around, so somebody could have backdoored a red-green deck that looks pretty good, but this is effectively just straight up Oblivion Ring. And non-land permanents, you can take Virtues for the folks who open them when we don't, or just a gigantic critter. The Firebolt in this deck, we don't have a lot of spells. We've only got about 2 or 3 that'll actually trigger it, so probably just going to take a 2-headed hunter. We are a little bit more high mana curve than this deck wants to be ideally, but it's still a playable card. Double Strike still matters. Take Flick a Coin. Probably not going to play it, but it's a good card against us, so we'll probably just take it out of circulation. Celebrant. Okay. Yep. Celebrant's great. We can reset a Cooped Up on a bigger threat later. We can Glass Casket a token and return it for value later. That is extremely late hatching plans. That makes me cry a little bit. I do love hatching plans in this format. You just do very, very dirty things if that resolves on 2, because there's so many great ways to remove it. The fact that Neva is here is kind of scary. We're not going to play it, but maybe take it just for value, because in a normal draft you would take that away from somebody else.
Yeah, that's fair. Where are we at on the pack crunch? Okay, we're doing all right.
Yeah. We're almost done here. The deck isn't terrible. I take a Bellowing Bruiser. We might actually play that. Again, a little bit of a slower Boros deck, but that may not be the worst.
It's going to be a weird deck. We got a lot of removal, but not a lot of threats.
We do. Yep. Ginger Brute. Yep. Welcome to the team. Come on in. Yep. Yeah. I'm not going to play either of the Slingers, but we'll see. Yep.
A lot of cuts to make.
Oh. Yep, which is fine, because there's a lot of cards I don't like.
All right.
Okay. So, first things first here, let's get the Flick a Coin out of here. Let's get the Eerie Interference out of here up top. We're not fogging in this deck. Creatures. Let me say, probably cutting both Slingers and the Savior. Because we have so much premier removal, I don't think I want the Threaten anymore. So the Twisted Fealty can go. Creature count is still 18. Okay, so we can cut one more. Do I want the Giant or the Bruiser? Bruiser can threaten, but I think we have enough playable removal spells. I don't think the threaten is going to matter that much. The haste could be fine, but the Crabby Giant can also be played earlier in the game for curve as well. Pie Wielder is fine. Again, with the removal spell kind of on that note, I think we can probably cut the Stroke of Midnight. since we got the second cooped up. This I will open up to the floor if you want to play the Expel the Interlopers. I think our deck panned out enough where we don't need to play this card, and I think that's just a free cut. Probably looking to cut one more critter, either the grabby giant or the pie wielder. The giant really doesn't do very much in our deck at all, and a 4/3 is not really ideal. So I'm probably going to look at that, and then we might be able to get away with 16 lands because of the double thief. Thoughts on playing a 16 land?
Go like that?
Yep, that looks as good as the Boros deck is going to be with the cards we have. So.
Well, I mean, the bright side is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of removal. That's a lot of removal.
Correct. Yeah.
So I'm not too worried.
Yep. All right. Yep.
Let's find out.
To battle.
See if we can get to Mythic here. Or I guess it'd be Upper Diamond, right?
Upper Diamond. Yep. It's one at a time now. It's the slow grind to Mythic. Yep. This hand's great. So,
do you go Spear Guard or Brute first, typically?
I'm going to be leading on the Spear Guard, because if they do randomly have a thing like the Frolicking Drake that deals the damage, I want them to have to kill the Spear Guard first.
Fair. Without
us getting value out of it, or a rat out in this case. Yep. So let's play the Plains, and let's play Gingy. We'll leave up the white source to bluff Archon's Glory, just in case that if they get rat out happy, and attack with both.
They have rat out.
They do have a rat out. Yep. Like I said, people are main decking these cards right now just to not get run over. I think folks finally got hurt enough that they don't want to get beat by the aggressive curve out. So
fair.
Yep. Fawn. Okay. So here we can either play rats at the end of turn, which don't really do much unless he taps the fawn, which he probably will. But the turn after that, if we draw a land, we can play Thief into Crasher and have it already triggered on Celebration and be able to attack. So I think we're just passing and making rats EOT. And if he plays something we need to coop up, we can. If we draw a land, we can play a coop up into the Crasher as well.
Fair. All right, good Shaka. What you got?
Okay, that's good for us. Yep, take it here. There is some consideration to trading there to get the token out of play in case he has a Hamlet Glutton that he's going to be playing early on, but we do have that covered with a cooped up, but it is something to keep in mind.
Sure.
That card's pretty large. Okay. XLR Graveyard. Okay.
You got Gingy.
Yep. That's annoying. That's very annoying. That's fine. We will throw back the Red Cap Thief here. Discard it, rather. Yep. We'll make some rats and hope to draw land. We did not. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just kind of resetting here. So yeah, let's play the Celebrant and return the Spear Guard and Scry. We'll keep the white source. Yep. So yeah, these are the kind of draws that Boros kind of hits a brick wall, but we can see if we can grind through it.
Fair.
Yeah. Yep, we'll take the damage. Play something that doesn't matter. That kind of counts. Okay, yep. So yep, we're gonna play the Ash and coop up the 4/4 and attack. We need about 2 or 3 more of these windows, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh boy. All right, just like 5 more removal spells off the top, right? Okay, they got a fight spell.
That would be pretty good. Yeah, or maybe he just has. Oh, that's a good one.
The old Graps of Candy.
Yeah, some sometimes these draws just happen, and you tip your hat that your opponent just had everything. So
Yeah, that was a pretty sweet set.
yeah, it was a pretty. I'm not going to lose to Boros ever draw, but we'll see. He is at 10. All right. So right now we can actually play the Spear Guard.
Frenzy the Sentinel and smack everything.
Yeah, let's attack with everything, but for those out there, make sure we hold down control because we need to attack to reduce the cost down and then destroy it. So just get in the habit of doing that to make sure you can lock in the new casting cost. We're going to be attacking with 4 creatures, so it's irrelevant in this case, but it's just a good habit to get into, is to make sure you hold down control to make sure you do that. Yep, and kill the 3/4. Yep. And hopefully he can't bring it back with a not dead after all. Okay, that's annoying, but that's fine. His hand was 100% anti-aggro. So okay, so he eats a rat. He blocked that. That's great for us. Keeps our attackers in play. Okay, go.
I was gonna say, weird choice, but we'll take it.
Extra
point of damage for us.
Yeah. So there is a window now that he could flood out. I say that as he plays like a Hamlet Glutton or something really good, but these black-green decks really can't draw cards very well, and cards like that don't really... Oh, he's going to get rid of the Cooped Up. Okay. We have more removal spells. So, okay. Play Thief into Trainee.
Do we need to hold this back in case of celebration? Probably not, right?
We don't have anything really at this point that will need celebration triggered. So the only reason I would want the treasure is if we drew exactly Imadane's Recruiter to be able to make the 2/2s right away.
Sure.
But we need to be able to at least threaten to block down this 4/4. Blue. Does he have hatching plans in his deck too?
I don't know. Do we double block the Gale Fang?
If he offers it, I think we do at this point. Yes. Yeah. That gives us time to potentially outdraw him here. We do have a higher... Oh god, that card's great too. All right, let's activate Jinji and attack. The messenger being able to power itself up is really, really silly. Just attacks for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 every turn, and he gets to sift his draws over and over again. Yeah, this is probably the carbon copy of what we call the Boros Killer.
Seems pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but that happens.
All right, removal. Fack.
Nope. Okay. Yeah. So we can stay alive for another turn by blocking and sacking the Ginger Brute. So let's attack with these 3 and put them to 5. And I don't even know what we can draw here, but we can hope. Yeah, that's 3 premium removal spells, a very good rare, and a lot of X4s. We did get him to 5.
We did,
but the card quality is just too overwhelming here. So, and at this level, people are going to be building. Jesus. Oh god. Okay. Yep. And a lifelinking guy. Yeah, we have no outs. Okay. Well done, Shakalaka.
Good Shaka indeed. All right.
Absolutely. Okay.
Time for redemption.
Time for redemption.
Now, how do we feel? I think we're still staying away from Expel the Interlopers. Am I correct?
Yes. Yeah. No, that is the like corner case where you just don't really have it out unless they flood. But I'm not going to dilute my deck just to hope to beat a deck like that. The pairing algorithm, for some reason, as soon as you put the Expel in the deck, you're going to play Boros Mirrors all day. So I'm not going to give them the satisfaction on that.
Sure.
That was as good as we could have done given his draw. That draw would have beaten a lot of aggressive decks. So, one mountain and our hand is completely unlocked. But we're at 8 and 8, so we've got what? I hate math.
Out of 33, we have 8 out of 33.
Yeah.
So let's do a little math here. 1 second.
It's like
Calculate.
25% ish
I'll make it simple.
to draw one. Yeah. 24. I round up. Price is Right rules.
Sure.
And we are on the draw. I think we can do better. So I think, yeah, but going cooped up into Pie Wielder into a red source into Edgewall pack. Let's keep this hand. I have a feeling.
I'm with you.
No Utopia Sprawl. When they pause on one, that really oh, thank God. Every time they pause on, okay, all right,
You had a feeling.
Confirmed.
Had a
Feeling confirmed. Yeah, that tonight's going to be a good night. Okay, see, this is exactly my point here. Yep, let's play Crasher and pass and be sad. But people are building decks like this now. They are just putting bad cards in their deck so they don't get run over. The Boros curve outs are just too powerful. Let's hope he doesn't have as much removal spell as the other guy does. He's stab wounding? Okay, that's fine. All right, Pie Wielder.
How many pies can one dwarf wield?
If a wielder could wield pies, yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Greta. Okay. So at this point, he's probably going to be making one, if not two, make a 4/4 and a 3/4. So I think I'd rather have the Scry at this point to keep my. Yeah. So let's play the Sage and kick it, if you will, and attack.
With the
if he wants to
double?
trade, yes, yep. If he wants to trade Greta for it, I'm 100% on board with that. And this Witchstalker can't trade with it.
Fair.
And then these double cooped ups are going to be doing overtime. Let's hope that he goes all in on one or two guys and we can just pacify them both and just crush his will to live.
Fair enough.
And if this Sage survives, we absolutely not dead after all. Thank you. Okay. Yep. So if this 3/3 can survive, we can sift our draws better than him, and we should go. Hamlet Glutton. Looks like a Hamlet Glutton. That's also annoying. I said Hamlet Glutton. You mean person. God. Okay. Yeah, that was worst case.
Just coop it up.
Okay. I actually think we might play the Edgewall pack here, and then next turn we can potentially bounce it and cooped up. Playing the cooped up and not getting any value off the Celebrate is going to do very much. So,
and yep. we're willing to take 7 points of damage to clarify here, because that's what we're taking by going this route.
Correct. Okay. Yep.
All right, Golgari. So far, you had our number. Let's see if you do it again.
Yep. I will take 7. Ouch. Okay. All right. Yep. Let's attack for 4. Let's play the Celebrant. Let's bounce the Rat.
Not the dog.
Scry. No. Bottom these both. Yep. And cooped up the 4/4. All right, and hope he floods.
Going up against a lot of aggro killer decks lately.
We are, which is unfortunate, but sometimes that's how that rolls.
Do you think the meta shifted?
Yes, but it's in Diamond. You're going to run into a lot more of these decks. We will not block this. You're just going to run into a lot more of these decks, and it's I don't know if it's a thing, but as you get up higher into Diamond, the algorithm pairs you against really bad matchups repeatedly, so you just have to draft accordingly. Yep, we need to grasp this witch before it kills us. we're not actually in the worst shape if he floods out here. Yep. It's really weird because this is like a commander card for each opponent, so you just have to click it once and click OK. It's weird like that. He'll probably make us lose at least 2.
I mean, I would assume they'll hit us for all 4, put us to 3. We exile here, but then we have to leave 1 back, or else 1 creature kills us.
Yep.
Or we just have to swing anyway.
Yep. Depending on what he does, we'll see what we do. Okay. So in this case, yep, we're going to be cooping up the Witchstalker as well and attacking for 6.
We don't just exile here, swing and pray?
Oh, we could do that as well, but if he plays... I really want to be attacking with both critters here because we need to close out the game, and if he draws any gigantic fatty, we just die. So I think I'm okay cooping up the Witchstalker here and hoping he draws air.
Only need 2 turns of it.
Yep.
I'm going to assume that's not it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And we just need to keep drawing spells that matter. That counts. Yep. So let's Casket the Vermin. Put him to 4. Fade. Yep.
One
I'm
land.
not gonna. Yep. I'm not gonna exile one of these things yet. There's no instant speed fight. So, but EOT we will exile the 4/4 if he does nothing else. Yep.
Fair.
Okay, we're at 2. Don't Titanic Growth. Don't do it.
All right, Gildor, what you got?
This is a Hamlet Glutton. It's the longest troll ever. But that could be, the Diamond players are known to be trolls.
Speaking of.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yes! Okay. World watching, every now and then, like I said, you just have to play to your outs and hope to get lucky. There is variance in this game, and our round 1 opponent had everything. This one had almost everything, but almost is not good enough in every game. So play to your outs.
Fair. Alrighty.
Can we play a deck that doesn't have grapples and rat outs in it?
And a shitload of food tokens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me that Boros mirror.
I don't know if we want to play a good Boros mirror. I think we want to play against like a really slow blue-white deck or something like that, just to kind of ramp up here. But it is possible.
Fair.
So.
Damn. Nobody in the queue.
Come on, people. Yeah. Maybe it's all the blue-white players playing mirror matches and they take forever.
All right. Mythic it is.
All right. This hand's fine on the draw. Cover your first 2 threats, and then, yep.
The Pie Wielder stands alone.
Yeah, it is a pretty good mirror hand, actually.
Fair.
But we'll see. All right. Yep, that's great. Yep. Play Mountain. Yeah. And then I think we're playing the Sage Raw unless he hatching plants. Here we go. Yep. We'll play a 2/2 with no pants. And hope he doesn't have a torch the tower, but this is what happens. He does have one, and he's going to draw 4.
Jesus.
That card is the best glass casket thing I've ever seen in my life. So, yep, let's glass casket the heck out of that. And attack him for 2.
Just going to read this real quick. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's huge, and you can remove counters to draw cards with it, which is pretty silly. Here comes the torch to draw 3. Yeah. Oh, well, same basic premise, but yeah. At least he didn't kill it. But yeah, this is why you draft hatching plans, people. The card is very, very stupidly good. He does have a window to torch this before we put our counter on it, but I think he has to do it before we pay. So let's lead on the Sage, If he lets us put the roll on it, great. Okay. Yep. Okay. Go ahead and put the roll on it. Because if we pay, just enters on it, so he doesn't have a chance to torch it after that. If he does torch it, again, why I don't play X1s in this format. That's
Jesus.
actually okay. That's actually okay. Him drawing a lot of cards is great, but we're going to be flooding the board here, so we don't want to cut in yet. We're going to do that next turn. So let's attack and scry. That's another way to trigger our wielder. I think
I'm fine with it. We got 3 of the removal
I
spells.
think I want that actually, yeah, because then we had the coop up and that as well. Yep, take 3, put 2 creatures into play. All right, and as long as he's just putting things in play and not killing our board, I think we win this game.
We've got what we need to race potentially. Hello.
That is fine. We have a cooped up for that or a moment. So the moment though is going to cost us 4 mana to do it, but I think that's more efficient. If we play the thief, we don't have enough to do it. So yeah, let's just moment this down. Destroy. That feels good when you can do that. I would like to pay 2.
5 for
and
5.
attack you for 7. Yeah, let's keep those coming. Like I said, if he's just doing this, we're in good shape. Play something bad like a crabby giant or something. So it's something we can cut in. Everyone's got this card today. Okay. Well, we get to cut yours in too. So, nanny.
Right.
Meanhead. Yeah. The fact that the messenger can trigger on any fairy, like attacking is silly. Yeah, this thing's got to go. Get out of here and put the roll on.
The 2/2.
Probably put it on the guard because it's going to trigger twice. And then next turn we can play the pack to double strike the other guy. Just have a feeling he's going to kill the wielder anyway, so we need to diversify our threats.
That's fair.
Yep. And this fairy can't block anything that we have, so that's a good
fine.
one.
Totally fine.
But the rats don't block either. So I have a gut feeling he has no counter spell. That's good for us. Okay, so the only counter spell we have to play around is going to be the stutter, which is it will counter this cooped up. But
not the red cap thief then. We actually win if we get this, because the red cap thief will get this triggered, which means that both of these are lethal, and they're only able to block with 1.
Yep, good. Yep, done. Yep. So stutter's not good enough.
There's the stutter.
There it is. Yep. Play thief and kill our mythic opponent. Thanks for playing. And this is why you diversify your threats, boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
Taking down mythics.
Oh yeah. Taking those headhunting skulls. 2 and 1.
Like I said, this deck is not the ideal Boros deck, but you can make stuff dance if you sequence your plays correctly.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so. We're on the play, and we don't have the other color.
No,
we would have to hit a red, like a mountain.
If we had a third planes in the hand over like a Moment of Valor, I might consider it just for the Immodane's Recruiter. But no, we have to send this back.
Yep,
sand is much better. As crazy as it is, I think I'm sending a mountain back.
I was like, I think we're just hyper aggro on this.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Ginger.
Yep. Ginger. Who says life's not full of flavor?
Oh, that'll take you a moment.
Evolving Wilds is good. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Land number 3 on curve. We did it. Crasher. All right. We're doing stuff. This and being able to rat catch. Now we do have to rat catcher before we attack.
Sure.
To make sure we get the trigger. He's going to torch this. That's wonderful. Okay, so I think making rats is more efficient here. And if we draw a land, then we can play the trainee and the crasher or the cooped up. So I think I want to make rats now, just so he doesn't get spell stuttered, and then just attack for 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. An attack. There's not a lot of efficient ways for him to sweep on turn 3. There's no Brotherhood's Ends or anything, obviously. So, and if we draw any land here, we can double spell. Because if it's a mountain, we can play the Trainee and the Crasher. If we draw a white source, we can do that. Flick a coin is annoying, but that's fine. All right, great. Yep, play Crasher, play Trainee.
Gonna be a torch tower.
If he has a torch, he has a torch, but we can't play around it, so we're not gonna. Torch now, forever hold your peace.
All right.
Yay.
And now we just got
yep,
removal.
And then we've got his next. Yep, and now we have his next two plays covered, no matter how big they are.
And actually, if both of them come out this next turn, we'll get them both.
Yep, that card doesn't do anything. Although it is funny that's actually playable in modern scales now.
Oh God, it is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I hadn't messed with that yet. That's lovely.
Yeah, people don't play flick a coin in modern, but that's okay.
All right.
I say that, and someone will break it. But yep,
3-1 already. Yep. Well, almost a house money.
Boros, almost a house money. Boros doing Boros things.
After starting 0-1 and thinking to myself, "Oh God, what did we get into?"
Well, yeah, but like I said, sometimes you run into the deck where they just have everything. And
the bright side,
our run up one had everything.
We're 3-1, and we haven't even seen an Imidane's Recruiter that we've gotten to play.
Correct. Yeah, we've drawn our best card once, have not got to play it once. So
fair.
But yeah, it is nice that at least people are following what they're supposed to be doing, and they're main decking X1 hate. So me saying that X1s are bad doesn't make me look bad, which is nice.
Yeah, the flick of coins, the rat outs.
Yes, yeah, all that stuff.
Oh, so close.
This hand is almost good.
It's almost good. If that was a mountain, almost I'd be good. Snap keeping.
If that was a mountain, oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, almost.
All right, we'll take this.
This hand's better. Now in this, I'm not going to throw a land in this hand because I want to be able to kick the Mary Bard. So I think I'm setting back the Moment of Valor.
That makes sense. This is a pretty strong window.
Yeah.
We're gonna need some help with this one, but we've got.
It's okay. It's okay. Our deck's full of cards that can help.
True.
That kind of counts.
Yeah, it does actually.
It's tag for 1. That's fine. Yep. All right. Redcap Thief. Hiya. I'm bigger than you are. Yep.
Mary Bards with a little help will be making that nice.
That's right. Yep. Okay. All right. So this, I think, is a cut-in turn. Because the cut-in is going to kill it regardless if he has the +2, and if he does the not dead after all, that's fine. He can kick it on the way back in, which is annoying, but then we're still racing, which is fine. We can kill it on the next time. So let's cut this in and put the counter on the Spear Guard.
What you got?
Not dead after all?
I would assume, right?
Either that or a rat out to try and kill the Spear Guard, but that's fine.
I mean, I'd
Not
prefer
fine, but
I'd prefer a rat out, frankly. It'd be easier to play around.
I just hope he's on an Archon's Glory and he can't save this. And he takes 4.
That would be funny.
As long as we're asking for stuff.
Yeah, why not? Christmas list. Why not?
That's for bed. Yeah, this looks like a grapple or a rat out.
Stroke.
Okay. That is, so he doubled our creature count. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I'll take that for sure. Cool.
That was not on the menu of what I was hoping he'd do, but I guess I'm okay with that. It's like finding money. Okay, wonderful.
We can do both.
We can do both. Yep. So let's kick this. Put the roll on the rat. Let's put it on the 1/1 that actually can block. I don't think we're going to be blocking this game, but let's just be good about it. Full control. Attack with 3 and blast this reindeer back to the North Pole.
Away you go.
Take 5.
All right. Like one more removal spell off the top, and I think we take this game.
So now I don't want him to expel the interlopers.
Holy fuck.
The other thing. That was the other rare. He has only 2 creatures, though, right? Why didn't he
Yeah.
do it for more than that? I don't get that.
Creature
Um.
cards. Could have done it for
Oh,
2.
yeah,
Did
but
it for 1.
he could have. I think we're just in. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Yep. Let's punish him for this. Let's play this and attack with everybody. He either trades with 2 of the 3s or he eats the Crasher and he takes 8.
Eats the Crasher, takes
That's
8.
all right. That's fine. Air, 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 air. That's kind of air.
Still won't. Okay.
That's
Still.
not a fairy. The Spectre's not a. Oh baby. Okay. Yeah, we have good attacks really across the board here.
Swing it all.
So, but I don't want to throw my thief away. Let's see how would he block here? We attack. That's going to be a 4/4. It's going to be a 4/4, which means you'd have to double block it. So we get a blowout if he double blocks it.
Can't afford to, right? He's also
think
got a
we just
live
attack-
card, though.
yeah.
This is live, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
But if it was a Archon's Glory, I think he would have played it already. So I think we just attack with everybody, and then we try and get some double strike value out of it. There is something to say about not attacking with everybody, just attacking with the 3s, because we get a trade no matter what, and just playing the Hunter straight up as a menace guy. That might be better. Thoughts?
I'm back and forth, but I'm back and forth. Let's see how he blocks on these 2. I don't think it's worth
If we
swinging there
attack
'cause
with
we don't know.
everything, if he has the Glory and he blocks the Thief, we don't get the Spectre anyway. So I think I'm on board playing the 5/4 straight up. So let's just attack with the 3s.
See what they do.
Still make some weird blocks out of him. Chump is fine. Okay, let's kill this. I think we still kill the Spectre here.
Yeah.
If he has another fairy, there's not a lot of black fairies that he would play outside of like the 3/1 Silumgar's Assassin in this deck. And then even if he plays something, he's not going to be able to pump it. So I think I'm okay killing the Spectre here.
Just push it to damage here and see what happens.
Yeah, it looks like he might have a Glory, but we're not going to get either one with it, so there's no point to play around it. Yep, and play 5/4 Menace. Go. Eh? Okay. Okay.
Swing
So
both.
we would trade the Hunter for the Griffin because he
Yeah,
has
2
to block
points.
that. We put him to 1. Yeah. Let's attack with everything. He's forced to block the Hunter. We kill the Griffin. And then we kick the Sage and have 2 lethal threats in play. Okay, go. That's good for us. That's fine. He still can't double block, which is great.
And can't
The
double
food
pump.
token will, the food token will keep him alive. But I think I want the Scry here, so, and he can't double pump his guy, so yep, we still attack.
Yep.
That's a good one. Yep. So he probably double blocks the Sage and sacks the food to go to 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. And we'll take out the Baronati in that scenario. Okay, we'll just take out.
Okay. That's fine too. Why would you leave us a Scry?
Okay, so we take out Baronati here, right?
Baronati. Yep. Gotta go.
Yep. There it is.
You're a 2. Go. The fact that he didn't sack.
Oh my god.
Well, let's see what he does. Does he make guys? He does make guys. Okay.
So
All right. Well, we have to coop up the 2/2 and attack him.
Jesus Christ.
Make him chump with one of them, but that's cute. All right. Yep. And now he gets to make a pair of 2/2s again. Yeah.
Choosing not
he
to.
didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Could brick a lot here.
I hope you. Well, he threw a land away. That's fine. Now he can sack 2 enchantments to get his Griffin back, but it goes to his hand, not to play. So we have a turn. We have a turn to draw a removal spell for this stupid 1/1.
With all this scrying,
a Crasher could do it too.
It's literally down to the last scenario here.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. We have a window. That was a it was a pretty good catch up. Yeah, let's exile this cooped up here. Yeah. All right. We've got like, I think 7 or 8 outs here. Come on, deck. He is still chumping with this 2/2, which is okay. Well, attack him. Let's get this 2/2 out of here.
We still have Ginger Brute in the deck, right?
Ginger Brute, the Crasher, I think, is gone. We can look at our deck in the lower left to see how many haste threats we've got. Good draws. Good draws.
We might have gotten rolled by the Ashiok off the top.
Edgewall Pack is good here.
Amidane's is probably the best.
Good. Amidane's Recruiter is probably the best, but the Grasp can also clear Ashiok. Okay. Make some guys. And there's no point to hold our land here, so let's play it in case we draw something we need to cast 2 spells. Now I think this is okay. That was the question. Like I might have made guys there and just given up the Ashiok.
I would have personally, but I'm happy they didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
we haven't seen him be able to activate the land yet, so him just playing a Griffin, if we draw another creature, we got to clear his board out. Okay. Attack me, please.
Nope, no swings yet.
Okay. Okay. We can put him back to 1. We can thief into Recruiter. Wait, hang on. Those are all 3s. Yeah, all right. This is what we're doing with our life. So yeah, let's play Thief and play Recruiter and attack him with everything. We'll leave him with a Griffin, and we're still back to drawing removal spells. So.
Well, they got to ask you to go down again, but yeah.
Yeah, but those 1/1s won't trade with our creatures that survive. Man, so he just drew six bangers off the top. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of scrying to be done there, but yeah. Wow. Yeah, 6 bangers is about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Is this the Ashi we passed earlier? Come back to
I hope not. I hope not. No. All right. Yep. I think we're done here. Okay.
Oh,
he did it. Ashiok, hell of a card if you can play it. We unfortunately could not.
Maybe we should have hate drafted it. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Like I said, that was he was dead to an Ashiok or a Specter of Morality. We should have died earlier in the game if he Spectered for 2 like he was supposed to.
That's fair. Yeah, they made a hell of a mistake earlier, so.
And we almost got it. So.
Probably.
He got saved twice by 2 mythic rares.
So was our mistake not double striking and playing the 5/4 menace?
I don't think so. Outside of Ashiok making 2 blockers, there was no real out. He could have drawn a Cooped Up or a single removal spell for that, but then we still had good attacks on the next turn anyway. So no, I don't think it was a mistake that way. If he had a trick there, the double strike wouldn't have done anything anyway. We wouldn't have even gotten the Specter. So I think that put the maximum amount of pressure on it. So no, I think it was correct. We just got punished by a rare. So.
Oh yeah.
Yep, this hand's great. Yep. Again, leading on the Spear Guard, in case people play Rat out, like good players. Evolving Wilds, that's great.
Love it when they start that way.
Oh, I know, right? You mean I just get to attack with impunity? This is wonderful. Yep.
Yeah, this hand's pretty decent.
Yep.
Give me an Imidane's Recruiter off the top. Let's really put the nails in the fucking coffin.
Let's do it. Green-black deck. Okay.
Creature.
We're going to play... I don't really want to coop this up, but I might.
I think it's probably just creature, swing, crasher.
We could do that and then coop up whatever he plays on the following turn. It's fine. So I'm just trying to see if pushing damage is correct, and then we would have a exile on the next turn to remove the mana guy, but he would have to miss his land drop for that to matter. So 3-color strategy.
Lord
That card's
fucking Skitter,
annoying.
huh?
But luckily, it does not make blockers, so that's fine. All right, so let's coop up this idiot. Let's activate Jinji and attack with everything. If he wants to, I would attack with the Spear Guard as well, because if he wants to eat that with the Fawn, he's going to take 2 from the Frost Guard, and I don't think he does that. I think, really?
I think we're okay with it.
I'm okay with that. That was why I was willing to do it, but I would save damage at this point.
Right.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
He's reevaluating his life choices. Okay, fair enough. Go ahead. And again, him making a stream of 1/1s that don't block don't matter unless he has a string of Hamlet Gluttons here that he can bargain the rats away with. And if that's the case,
nice stack.
Hat tip to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you get this into Hamlet Glutton into Hamlet Glutton, good game.
Yeah, like I said, this format, the only thing you really can do is make the best decision and hope your opponent doesn't have it all.
That makes sense.
Because I've had it all before, and it feels like you're cheating. It does not feel like you're playing the same game your opponent's playing if your deck just works out.
You're on block constructed, they're on draft.
More or less, yeah. It's kind of silly. Some of the rares are just like you have to. That's fine.
Love that, actually. Good job. Take your turn doing that. That is where I want you to be.
Yeah. So, barring a candy grapple or a punch here, the whatever the Gallus takedown, whatever that card is, where he has the rat punch, I think we're okay here.
Give me an Imidane's Recruiter off the top one time.
All right. Or a removal spell, cut down, I think almost kills it.
Seals it, basically, yeah.
That's actually okay. We can save whatever guy he blocks. So let's play our land and attack with everybody. We don't have to act. If he wants to trade with the Ginger Brute, I'm okay with it. So just attack with everybody. That would also incentivize him if he wants to block that. He's going to block the Crasher. We'll save the Crasher. Put him to 4. Go.
Almost there. One more time. Come on. Imidanes.
Recruiter would be pretty silly. I think a Recruiter might even beat a Glutton here. You go to 7, have 1 blocker. Yes, it would beat a Hamlet Glutton. Okay, Sprawl.
Trading a blocker for a ramp. I'm okay with that.
I don't know if that was an auto tap or what.
Doesn't feel like a great one.
He called white on that?
Yeah.
Is he expelling the interlopers?
Oh.
No, he can't do that. He didn't bring it back. I'm confused.
Something's about to happen. 5 mana.
He doesn't there's Glutton. All right. Yeah, there's the Glutton.
So Imidanes and win?
Recruiter or a Pacifism does it too. Any way to clear the Glutton out.
Cooped up.
Come on, dealer.
Okay, we can still tap the fucking Glutton.
We could. We also can bounce the
5?
cooped up. Yeah, is that better than cooping it up? Goes to 3, and if he go to 2. It's actually close. Because I really wanted to get the Celebrant into play as well, but is the Scry worth? Yeah, I think it is. So let's play the Celebrant. Let's bounce the cooped up. Get the Scry.
Awesome.
I think we want, but we want to draw the Bolt. I think we want to draw the Bolt because we can clear a blocker and then we can imitate or is the Recruiter worth more? I think the Recruiter's worth more, right? Because we're going to lose one of our critters, but we have a Celebrant. I think the Recruiter's better. So let's keep the Recruiter on top. So draw Recruiter, draw Bolt after that. Yep. And then coop up the Glutton.
Get that Celebration.
And then bash him. And now he can't even trade with the Crasher. So he eats the Frost Guard. and
Take
goes to
6,
1.
goes to 1. Yeah.
All right, and we have an Imdane's Recruiter. So even if he wraths the board off, I think we still win.
Yeah.
Because we get a rat from the Spear Guard when it dies.
And Gingy just sits there with
I think-
inevitability.
I think the only thing we don't beat is a second Glutton with a rat out. Or with a grapple, rather.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like I said, if they have that, congratulations, you have that.
I mean, if they have that, the game goes on for a moment. It's not over either.
It's not over, but we're in a bad spot. But we do have the Bolt that can pick off the next Glutton.
Right.
Sacrificial Gingy.
Mm-hmm. Part of why Gingerbread's so good. One of the only creatures that actually sacrifices to bargain.
That's right. Greta, that doesn't do anything. You still have 3 blockers, and you go to 4, which you still die.
Yeah, Imidane still handles this, right?
And that's assuming that you leave the mana up to sacrifice for the food token, which means you can't kill a creature, so you're still dead. All right. Yep. Play Recruiter straight up. Yep. Let's activate the Ginger Brute for S and Giggles. And attack. Yes, that mode, not the sack mode. I've seen people do that, and then their heads explode. So, all right, attack.
What you got? These will not be favorable blocks.
They're not, and I think you're priced into sacrificing the food to go to 4, and then you have 3 blockers, and you're taking 4 minimum.
Okay, that block makes sense. So does that one.
Yeah.
That has to go in the Party Crasher.
Yep.
Yep, Skitter's got to go against this spell. Yep, got to put it up against Celebrant.
Yeah, the fact that they're reordering blockers makes me feel like we're in good shape. I guess you could have an Archon's Glory to gain life if he bargains it with the white from the Sprawl, but that would be an ambitious mana base.
Got to have something or they'd have already scooped.
This is a Grap Light Blades, okay? Okay, so he survives.
No, though, because...
no, he doesn't.
Food.
He still takes...
Food.
Yeah.
Got the extra mana there.
Yes. Yeah, so he lives at 2. Okay. All right. Go ahead. We still have a bolt.
Yep, and
Yeah.
we can still just keep swinging in. Wow, I did not expect to have a kill on Light Blades and a food hit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Brutal.
That's something we can potentially kill because you can't put the counter on itself. Okay. Brings that back now.
Nope. Understandably worried.
That's okay. That's bad.
Wow.
Well, that
Wow.
sucks.
Fucking
Okay.
had it all.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Do we have bolts that do? How can we bargain? Yeah, we can still bargain this and kill a Surmama.
Can kill that, but which I think we have to do now. So I'll just for 4 and then bargain it, and then I don't know what we can draw here. Light Blades. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we're in trouble. Okay. Sometimes, like I said, you have to make them have it.
We do have one. We do have one out, I think.
Do we have a burn spell?
5, 8. Nope, not anymore. All right, 3 and 3 and out.
Yeah. And we ran into two decks that just had it all twice.
Yeah. That'll happen.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, Boros, a deck, but had some problems.
Well, yeah. If people are really building their decks at the higher levels like that, the Boros deck can be a little rough just because your draws have to line up perfectly. But I think that our deck was played as well as it could have been given our seat, and given the cards that we saw and the really bad uncommon runs that didn't really change to pack three. We just got max punished for being in the wrong colors, but. The only way we could have gotten off of this deck is to take the high Fey Negotiator and just completely abandon the Ash Party Crasher. But we didn't know if the Boros deck was going to come together or if we would have gotten cut off from that as well. So hindsight 2020, and the deck was fine. And we easily could have been 5-1, but two of our opponents just had everything they needed. So
Yeah.
that's how it goes in this format.
C'est la vie. It was an interesting run with Boros, though, and we've never tried that one
Yeah.
before, so it was fascinating.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Everybody else, thank you for joining us. Tune in. We'll keep on rocking these drafts. Hopefully next week we'll have a slightly better result for you, but either way, we learn the lessons we want to learn. So,
Absolutely.
from all of us at the Rebellion,
Thanks, everyone.
untap, upkeep, resist.
See you guys.